Hello everyone, we are back again. Let's hope that this goes in sync this time. So I am back and I want to wish and hope that you've all had a Merry Christmas. I want to wish and hope that you have a Happy New Year, whatever you're doing. If you're having time with family, I hope that goes well. Shopping, I know that's crazy. I haven't been on here for a while because I've done about 40 hours, maybe even more of work. So this is actually the first evening, including Christmas, where I can just sit down for a few minutes, and I am exhausted, and I've got a full week next week beginning for me. But before I start, I want to talk about something that people have been talking about amongst our little circle of friends, amongst our little social circle. That is that the Royal Rumble is coming up, and it's that time of year, or that time of the new year, where we all talk about the Royal Rumble, who's going to win it, what's going to happen, where's it going to go, and people have their thoughts about the WrestleMania main event. WrestleMania season really has started, and Dalyxman did a great video, and if you haven't watched it, check it out. And then also the guys at Off the Ropes did a video similar to this, and it was talking about who really realistically could win the Royal Rumble, and this is kind of like a response to what they've said, and this is something I have felt for a couple of weeks when I do watch WWE, and that is this: there is only really one person that could win the Royal Rumble that they have presented, that they have gotten ready, and that is Roman Reigns. And when you watch the TV and you watch the way they've done things and the way that they've presented him and the way everything's set up, it looks like we're going to get Roman Reigns in a championship match at WrestleMania. Now, all the plans are there. The way he's been used the last year, the way he's been presented, in fact, since he's been debuted, the way he's been presented, all indicates to me that that is a guy they want to go all the way with. They want him to be the next John Cena, the next Rock, whatever it is they want him to be, when really he should be the first Roman Reigns, not the next this guy and the next that guy, because it'll be a pale, cheap imitation of those. The problem is, or what you have noticed really, is that that's how they presented him. If you look at the Survivor Series last year, he was the sole survivor. When you look at the Royal Rumble, he was the last guy in there with Batista, and he eliminated most of the people. And that Royal Rumble, let's make no bones about it, that was all about Roman Reigns. If you look at how he's been used after that, every match, he's the guy with the big move, hitting the killer move. He was the guy that I think got the pinfall on Randy Orton. He's the guy that, you know, took out Batista in some respects in these 6-man matches. He was getting a lot of the big stuff. And when I think about it, while he was being pushed like that, Daniel Bryan, before he was being injured, was not presented like that. But the point is, you could see that Roman Reigns was the person that they had handpicked, that they had chosen, maybe even long before he even debuted on the main roster. I wouldn't be surprised if they saw him in developmental and said, that's the guy. That's the guy. Regardless of whether he's going to be good or not, that's the guy. And now you watch the lead into the Royal Rumble, and to me, the fact that we are all saying the same thing, that it only looks like one guy could win the Royal Rumble, indicates that problem that they have had, that they're, you know, when you have these kind of things, what makes a Royal Rumble intriguing is that you could have more than one person win it. I remember back in the day, people thought Austin or Rock could win it, and they even threw us off when it was Austin and Rock in 2001, and things happened in that where they threw us off. You can have many possibilities, and those are the things that we miss. I remember even 1999 at Royal Rumble, you had Vince McMahon in there and you had Steve Austin, and it was believable that Vince could end up winning the Royal Rumble, which was a bit crazy, but he did. I remember when you had I just remember you always had the main guy, and then you had a couple others that, you know what, they could actually win it. But this year, it doesn't feel like that. And I know people have thrown out names like Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler would be a name that a lot of people would bet would win the Royal Rumble. And I think if they have Dolph win, it would be more of a nod, thank you for all your hard work. But again, going in there against Brock Lesnar, and that's the question. Who are they going to put in there against Brock Lesnar? Because we're going to assume that Brock's going to be champion by WrestleMania. Who is there? Let's have a look at the roster while I'm doing this. I'm looking at the roster. Dolph Ziggler is the Intercontinental Champion. Do I see Dolph facing Brock Lesnar? That would be a great match to watch. But as far as being an attraction, is that a big attraction right now? Nope. Rusev versus Brock Lesnar. I can see them giving Rusev the Roman Reigns Kane push in the Royal Rumble. Do I see that match ever happening right now? Nope. Who else is there? The Miz? Yeah, big deal, that ain't happening. Damien Sandow? Nope. Sin Cara? No. Adam Rose? No. Alex Riley? Does he still even work in the company? Nope. Wade Barrett? Nope. Big E? Oh god, let's not talk about that. Big Show? Bo Dallas? Booker T? Bray Wyatt? Nope. Nope. The Bunny? Absolutely not. Who else is there? Cesaro? Well, we know why Cesaro won't win the Royal Rumble. We know why. Because Vince says he speaks Swiss. And he's not a good promo and has no charisma, which we'll talk about that another day. Chris Jericho, nope. Christian, nope. Curtis Axel, absolutely not. Darren Young, David Otunga. Daniel Bryan believably could return by the Royal Rumble, but we don't know what his injury, his recovery is like. And that would be a hell of a comeback story if he comes back into the Royal Rumble and wins it. That would be a great surprise entrant. But him against Brock Lesnar, do I see that happening? That could have some value. But it all depends on his recovery. But the thing is, even if he does go in there, again, I'm not too confident with the way they present him. They always kind of have this Albatross cross on him or something that they just want to label. He's too small, he's too pale, he's too boring, he looks like a troll. And they never give him a real comeback. And that kind of does make me go, I don't know. Who else is there? Dean Ambrose. Alright, Dean Ambrose, in the summer, if you asked me, could he have won the Royal Rumble? I said if they had kept in the direction that they had gone with him, then probably. Because he was on the verge, and then this Bray Wyatt feud, in my opinion, has just brought him right down. This has been a feud that has not been a elevator for him, it's been a step down for him. And he's kind of been written out so Randy Orton and Roman Reigns, two guys that are nowhere near, the fans haven't gravitated towards them in the same way. Those are the ones that they're choosing. The hand-picked guys by the company, not the person that the fans have gravitated towards. And that could be a great feud, Ambrose and Brock Lesnar. I think that could be very, very good. But unfortunately, with the way that they've gone with him, I don't see it happening right now. I don't see The Rock coming back right now. Eric Rowan, no. Fandango, no. You look at the roster, and I'm just looking through all these names, and it's so thin. It's like I don't see any of these guys that I'm looking at winning it. Unless John Cena beats Brock Lesnar, then you could have a very different, dynamic here. I'm just looking at this entire roster, and there isn't someone on here that I can go, yep, I see winning. It's just, other than the guy that they've groomed, Roman Reigns. So, it looks like Roman Reigns is going to be the guy to win it. And the thing is, when I think about it, is the table set for WrestleMania for Roman Reigns to come out and be the biggest star of 2015, be the main event, top, money-drawing, television rating, attention-grabbing superstar right now. And I think about it, and I think to myself, there isn't. And there isn't anyone outside of that. They think he is because he's tall, he's good-looking, he's Samoan, he's muscular, he's got long hair, he's got a Polynesian tattoo. But is he really? He's getting a good reaction. I won't dispute that right now. He got a good pop. The last show I saw him on. But then I heard that they chanted Daniel Bryan over his match and kind of gave him a bit of a hard time. I think it's going to take a while for him to get over, and I think I would have preferred it if it was a little bit longer. That's just my belief. Make the fans want it, make the fans gravitate towards it, because if you force it, the fans are going to reject it. And my fear is, it might not be on such a grand scale, but what if Roman Reigns is rejected in the same way that Dave Bautista was last year? The beginning of this year. Could he receive that kind of backlash? Because if the fans see it that way, and it's not what the fans want, and the fans have been different this year. We already saw how they reacted when Daniel Bryan wasn't in the Royal Rumble. I wouldn't be surprised if they reacted in the same way. And again, that's saying a lot about where Roman Reigns is right now. And then you look at the rest of the roster, and there isn't really anyone else I could say who could win the Royal Rumble. And again, I blame the way that the company has done things, because back in the day, one of the great things about the company is that you had enough going on that you could have more than one person win. Look, in 99, when Austin was injured and Mick Foley had to retire, that didn't necessarily kill the company, because Triple H was in the wings. I know a lot of people hate the sound of that. Triple H was in the rings. The Rock came up. Kurt Angle came up. You had a strong undercard. You never had this kind of concern now. Well, back then. But now it's so thin. And the way that they do things, just focusing on one guy, hurts them. So this Royal Rumble, I'm going to be really honest with you, I'm not as pumped for, because again, there's only one guy that's going to win, and it's the guy that the company have picked, not what the fans have gravitated towards. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop my video right here. Guys, by the way, I don't hate Roman Reigns, by the way. I just wanted to clarify that. If you haven't already, hit that fucking subscribe button. Absolutely do it. Hit the subscribe button. If you haven't before, do it again. Hit the subscribe button. Do it again. Hit that subscribe button. I'll tell you one more time. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at BuffBeenStuffed. I am out of here. I've got to do a Daniel Cormier and John Jones video next. I've got a lot to say about that. Sorry if I sound a bit off. When I haven't done videos in a while, I feel a bit bleh. Anyways, I got to go. Take care. Peace. And I am outie. Outie. Oh my god.